just done quite a few lessons on redox. I think they're all still a bit traumatized on half equations and things like that still.
Yeah.
They are
Still scares
traumatizing.
me.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips about choosing a university, like choosing where you want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, location was a big one for me. So my choices were between Imperial in London and St Andrews in Scotland. Very, very, very different universities, very different vibes. And I think when you go to open days, obviously it's a bit tricky right now because of the situation, but I think when you go to open days and when you go for your interviews, you really get a feel of the university. And for me, it was a pretty clear decision that I wanted to be in a sort of small town university, and not, well, I mean, I know I've ended up in London now, but back then I very much wanted to be in a smaller place. So there's a few things, you know, university, the subject you're doing, the location, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and also, yeah, so if you look up places that are meant to be really good for the subject that you want to do as well, that's also a good way to narrow it down.
Yeah.
I think it's quite key to actually, for the subjects you want rather than how good the university is in general, just because obviously it's harder now not being able to go. I'm not sure how the open days will work, but for me, actually going to the universities on the open days, actually talking to the lecturers and seeing how interested they were and how the current students, like first and second year students who are running the open days, how they have found their experience. You can definitely tell how good or how much you'll enjoy it or how appropriate it is for you in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
How is it being a student